Okay, Parker, this is all your pieces and parts. You got 8 screws. I don't know if you can see them in the camera, but I'll get to them in a minute. These are the cross braces. There's 4 of them. When you install them, you'll always install with the curved part to the bottom. These are the uprights. The bottom is the wide part, okay? And then here's a couple more pieces, and I'll explain those in just a minute. So for right now, we're going to get these out of the way. We're going to work on one upright. What you need to do is you need to take these four, and they're going to go in these holes. You'll see there's some pins and there's a place for a screw. So you'll just place them in here, curve part down, okay? So just put them in there. They'll go in kind of loose, but they'll hold in place long enough. And they're not in any particular order. They can all go in anywhere you want. They're all interchangeable, all right? So once you get them all in, all right, carefully lay it on its side. They should stay in place, okay? Now grab 4 screws. Here's your screws. And they'll just go in right on the side. And you need to tighten them up really tight until they pulls this piece in snug. You'll see it'll pull it in really nice and snug against the upright, like that. You want that. So you got 4 of these to go. So we got to get all 4 of these in. All right, there's those 2. And we got 2 down here. And it uses a 7mm Allen wrench. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you may not have one, and because of that, I'm gonna give you one. I'll include it. So now that they're all in and tight, okay, lay it on its back. And you'll notice there's some holes right here. Make sure those are closest to you when you lay it down. Now this is where these pieces go. You'll notice there's a red dot on one of the dowels. That's the top. So this is the top of the stand. So when you put these in, that needs to go to the top. And there'll be a little bit of a red ink on there to tell you, just line the red to the red. So slip that in there. Grab the other one. It's also got the red dots. That goes in like this, red dot to the top, okay? Now once they're in, this is going to be, then you take the other upright. Now this is where it gets a little bit tricky, but not too bad. You're going to have to line it all up. Start on that side, away from these other supports, and get this side lined up. And the holes will line up, it'll drop into place, okay? Once you do that, get that side, grab 2 of your screws and just hand tighten these. Just get it in there so it can't come out. Don't tighten it all the way. It needs a little room to move. Now this is the part that's a little tricky. You got to get all this lined up at the same time. Start on the big piece at the bottom. Just get it lined up with the hole, and all these other pieces should line up eventually. You may have to wiggle. Okay, that just dropped. So I'm going to put a screw just starting it so it can't come out. Now these you have to line up kind of one at a time. Make sure they all line up. But once they line up, it should drop into place just perfectly. Might need a little persuasion, as they say. There we go. Okay. All right, everybody's in. Grab my last screw. And you can kind of knock it down to make sure it all lines up. Now you can tighten all your screws. And again, tighten them until it pulls everything together nice and snug. Like I said, you may have to kind of give it a little gentle persuasion. Don't hit it with a hammer because you'll dent it, but you can hit it with your hand. Once they're all four tight, you're basically done. That's all there is to it. They're all tight and they're all connected. So now you can stand it up. And this is your platform. You'll notice it's open on this side. This is the side the kids will enter from. This is the side. This side should go up against the kitchen island or wherever the cabinet, wherever you want them to work. This should be pretty close to your kitchen cabinet height, kitchen counter. So then the platform simply slips in like this, and there you go. That's it. Now as the kids get older and get taller, this can be moved down so that they're still at the same proper height. You got three different settings: the tallest one, this one, and then the lowest one right here. And that's it. Right there. And that's it. That's how it's that easy to put it together. You shouldn't have any problem. I'm going to go ahead and take it apart, and I'm going to have Bill, if Bill's going to take it, I'll have him bring it into pieces and you can put it together.